my channel. I'm reading the Bible again. Today's chapter is actually a quintuple chapter video. This is to make up for missing this week of Bible reading videos. Anyways, let's read Genesis 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. God said to Jacob, "Go to the city of Bethel and live there. Make an altar to the God who appeared to you there. This was when you were running away from your brother Esau." So Jacob said to his family and to all who were with him, "Put away the foreign gods you have. Make yourselves clean and change your clothes. We will leave here and go to Bethel. There I will build an altar to God. He has helped me during my time of trouble. He has been with me everywhere I have gone." So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods they have, and they gave it the earrings they were wearing. He hid them under the great tree near the town of Shechem. Then Jacob and his sons left there. But God caused the people in nearby cities to be afraid. So they did not follow the sons of Jacob. And Jacob and all the people who were with him went to Luz. It is now called Bethel, in the land of Canaan. There Jacob built an altar. He named the place Bethel after God, because God appeared to him there. Now when he was running from his brother, Deborah, Rebecca's nurse, passed on and was buried under the oak tree at Bethel. They named that place Oak of Tears. When Jacob came back from northwest Mesopotamia, God appeared to him again, and God blessed him. God said to him, "Your name is Jacob, but you will not be called Jacob any longer. Your new name will be Israel." So he called him Israel. God said to him, "I am God all-powerful. Have many children and go and grow in the rest of the nation. You will be the ancestor of many nations and kings. I gave Abraham and Isaac land. I will give that same land to you and your descendants." Then God left him. Jacob set up a stone on edge in that place where God had talked to him. He poured a drink offering and olive oil on it to make it special for God. And Jacob named the place Bethel. Wow. Almost at the end of Genesis, guys. Are you guys hearing me on? Jacob and his group left Bethel. Before they came to Ephraim, Rachel began giving birth to her baby. But she was having much problems with his birth. When his nurse saw this, she said, "Don't be afraid, Rachel. You're giving birth to another son." As he gave birth to his son, but he passed on. Actually, she named the boy son of my suffering, as she lay as a corpse lays. But Jacob called him Benjamin. Rachel was buried on the road to Ephraim, a district of Bethlehem. And Jacob set up a rock and engraved it on her, and that rock is still there today. In Israel, also called Jacob, continued his journey. He camped just south of Migdal Eder. While Israel was in that land, Reuben had physical relationships with Israel's slave woman, Bilhah, and Israel heard about it. Jacob had 12 sons. Wow. 12 sons. He had 6 sons by his spouse Leah. Reuben was his first son. Then Leah had Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. He had two sons by his spouse Rachel, Joseph, and Benjamin. He had two sons by Rachel's slave girl Bilhah, daughter of Naphtali. And he had two sons by Leah's slave girl Zilpah, Gannon, and Asher. They are Jacob's sons, who were born in Mesopotamia. Jacob went to his father Isaac and Mamre near Hebron. This is where Abraham and Isaac have lived. Isaac lived 180 years, so Isaac breathed his last breath and passed on when he was very old. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. On to Genesis 36. Esau's family. This is a family history of Esau, also called Edom. Esau married women from the land of Canaan. He married Adah, the daughter of Elon the Hittite. And he married Aholibamah, daughter of Anna. Anna was the son of Zibeon the Hittite. And he married Basemath, Ishmael's daughter, the sibling, and the bio. Adah gave Esau one son, Eliphaz. Basemath gave Esau Rel, and Aholibamah gave Esau Jewish, Jalam, and Korah. These were Esau's sons who were born in the land of Canaan. Esau took his spouses, his sons, his daughters, and all the people who lived with him. He took his herds and other animals. And he took all the belongings he had gotten in Canaan. And he went to a land away from his brother Jacob. And Jacob's belongings were becoming too many for them to live in the same land. The land where they had lived could not support both of them. They had too many herds. So Esau lived in the mountains of Edom. This is the family history of Esau. He is the ancestor of the Edomites who live in the mountains of Edom. Let's see this off quick. Esau's sons were Eliphaz, son of Adah, and Esau, a real son of Basemath and Esau. Eliphaz had 5 sons, Teman, Umar, and Stephah, Katam, and Canaan. Eliphaz had a swing living in Timnah. Timnah and Eliphaz gave birth to Amalek. They were Esau's grandsons by his spouses Adah. Ruel had 4 sons, Stephah, Sarah, Tamar, and Mizah. These were Esau's grandsons by his spouse, Basemath. Wow. Esau's first spouse was Aholibamah. She was the daughter of Anna. Anna was the son of Zibeon. Esau and Aholibamah gave birth to Jews, Jalam, and Korah. These were the leaders that came from Esau. Esau's first son was Eliphaz. From him came these leaders, Teman, Omar, Stephah, Kenaz, Korah, Katam, and Amalek. These were the leaders that came from Eliphaz in the land of Edom. They were the grandsons of Adah. Esau's son Reuel was the father of these leaders. Nahab, Sarah, Shema, and Mizah. These were the leaders that came from Reuel in the land of Edom. They were the grandsons of Esau's spouse, Basemath. Esau's spouse, Aholibamah, gave birth to these leaders, Jews, Jalam, and Korah. These are leaders that came from Esau's spouse, Aholibamah. She was the daughter of Anah. These were the sons of Esau, also called Edom. And these were their leaders. Those are the sons of Esther and Harite. They were living in the land. Lohan, Shobal, Shipion, Anah, Dishan, Izar, and Dishan. These sons of Seir were the leaders of Harite in Adam. Sons of the time were Hori and Homa. The sons of Sobal were Avan, Menahab, Eval, Shephel, and Elam. And the sons of Simeon were Aya and Anna. And as a man who found the hot spring in the desert. He found them while he was caring for his father's donkeys. The children of Anna were the son of Eholibamah, the daughter of Anna. And his sons and the son were Hamdan, Ishban, Idran, and Kiran. The son of Asur were Behan, Zavan, and Akan. The sons of the son were Uz and Aran. These were the names of the Horite leaders. These were the names of the Horite leaders: Lotan, Shaban, Sibion, Anad, Dishan, and Ezra, and Dishan. These men were the leaders of the Horite families. They lived in the land of Edom. These are the kings who ruled in the land of Edom before the Israelites ever had a king. Bela, son of Beor, was the king of Edom. He came from the city of Diabah, where Bela passed on. Jabab's son Sarah became king. Jabab was from Bozrah. When Jabab passed on, Husham became king. He was from the land of the Timonites. When Husham passed on, Adad became Badad. Adad, the son of Badad, became king. Adad had a field in Midian in the country in Moab. Adad was from the city of Ephrath. When Adad had passed on, Selma became king. He went from Mesrika. When Selma passed on, Shaul became king. He was from Rehoboth on the Euphrates River. When Shaul passed on, Baal-Hanan, son of Akbar, became king. When Baal-Hanan, son of Akbar, passed on, Hadad became king. He was a pal. His best name was Mehetabel, daughter of Matred. Matred was the daughter of Mezabab. Those are my leaders came from Esau. They are listed by their families and regions. Their names were Timnah, Alva, Japheth, Holibamah, Elam, Benan, Kenaz, Deman, Bizar, Mathiel, and Aram. These were the leaders of Edom, and that was the Edomites. Oh, I see. The area of which each family's land was named after that family. Joseph, the dreamer. Jacob lived in the land of Canaan, where his father had lived. This is the family history of Jacob. Joseph was a young man, 17 years old. He and his brothers cared for the flocks. His brother was the son of Bilhah, his father's spouses. Joseph gave his father a bad report about his brothers. Oh, wow. Joseph was born by his father Israel, and also called Jacob, was old. So Israel loved Jacob more than his other sons. He made Joseph a special robe with long sleeves. Joseph's brothers saw that their father loved Joseph more than he loved them. So they hated their brother and could not beat them politely. One time, Joseph had a dream. When he told his brothers about it, they hated him even more. Joseph said, "Listen to the dream I had. We were in the field tying bundles of wheat together. My bundle stood up, and your bundles of wheat gathered around mine. Your bundles bowed down to mine." His brother said, "Do you really think you will be king over us? Do you really think you will rule over us?" They would have hated him even more now. They hated him because of his dreams and what he said. He just had another dream. He told his brothers about it. He said, "Listen, I had another dream. I saw the sun, the moon, and 11 stars bowing down to me." Joseph also told his father, but his father said, "What kind of dream is this? Do you really believe that your mother, your brothers, and I will bow down to you?" Joseph's brothers were jealous of him, but his father thought about what all these could mean. One day, Joseph's brothers wanted to stamp their father's sheep. Jacob said to Joseph. One day, Joseph's brothers went to stamp their father's sheep. Jacob said to Joseph, "Go to town. Your brothers are there herding the sheep." Joseph said, "I'll go." His father said, "Go and see your brothers and you're all right, but come back and tell me." So Joseph's brothers sent him on the valley of Hebron. When Joseph came to the town, a man found him wandering in the field. He asked Joseph, "What are you looking for?" Joseph answered, "I am looking for my brothers. Can you tell me where they are herding the sheep?" The man said, "They are already gone. I heard you say they were going to Dan." So Joseph went to look for his others and found them in Dan. Joseph's brothers saw him coming from far away for the region. They made him plot to kill him. They said to each other, "He comes from a dreamer. Let's kill him and throw his body into one of the wells. We can tell a fire that a wild animal and will slaughter him. Then you will see what will become his dreams." But Reuben heard their plan to save Joseph. He said, "Let's not kill him. Don't spill any blood. Throw him into his well here in the desert, but don't hurt him." Reuben's plan to save Joseph later and send him back to his father. Although when Joseph came to his brothers, they pulled off his robe with long sleeve. They then threw him into the well. It was empty. There was no water in it. While Joseph was in the well, the brothers sat down to eat. When they looked up, they saw a group of Ishmaelites. They were traveling from Gilead to Egypt. That reminds me. Let's see. When was Egypt? When did Egypt get created again? The cow multiplied by sperm and myrrh. And what's in myrrh? What? I don't. Israel said to his brothers, "What will we gain if we slaughter our brother and hide his demise? Let's on the Ishmaelites. I will not be of slaughtering our own brother. After all, he is our brother, our own flesh and blood." And the other brothers came and disagreed. So the man and trade came by, and the brothers took Joseph out of the well. This time the Ishmaelites were 8 ounces of silver, and the Ishmaelites took it to Egypt. Everyone was not his brother, but he sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites. Oh, alright. I don't know where this is going. When Reuben came out of the well, Joseph was not there. Reuben tore his clothes. They thought he was sad. And he went to his went back to his brothers and said, "He's not there. What will I do? He's not there." The brothers saw her go and dipped Joseph's long sleeve robe in his blood. Then their brother wrote to their father. They said, "We found his robe. Look over carefully. See, here's your son's robe." Jacob looked it over and said, "It is my son's robe. Some savage animal has eaten him. My son Joseph has been torn to pieces." And Jacob tore his clothes and put on rough clothes so he was sad. He continued to be sad about his son for a long time. All of Jacob's sons tried to comfort him, but he could not be comforted. Time to comfort him, but he could not be comforted. And Jacob said, "I'll be sad about my son until my passing day." So Jacob bawled his eyes out for his son Joseph. Meanwhile, the night had brought Joseph had taken him to Egypt. Now they told him to Potiphar. Potiphar was an officer to the king of Egypt and a captain in the palace guard. On to Genesis 38. About that time, Judah left his brothers. He had to stay with a man named Hira. Hira was a town of Adullam. Judah married and married her. Her father was named Shua, and Judah had intimate relations with her. She became pregnant and gave birth to a son. Judah named him Er. Let's give birth to another son. He named another son. He named him Shelah. She was conceived, but a third son was born. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. So the focus suddenly changes from Jacob to Joseph to Judah. Wow. Judah was a girl named Tamar to be the spouse of his first son. Was Judah's oldest son. But he did what the Lord said was vicious. So the Lord had no choice but to plot his demise. So Jesus had to Earth's brother, Anan, go have physical relationships with their late brother's wife. Go and have physical relations with your dead brother's spouse. It's a duty to protect children from your brother in this way. But Anan knew the true origin, and the children would not belong to him. Anan was supposed to have a physical relationship with Tamar, but he did not complete the physical act that made it impossible for Tamar to become pregnant. So Eric cannot attend it. The Lord was displeased with the wicked thing Anan had done, so he plotted Anan's demise also. And Judah said to his daughter-in-law Tamar, "Go back to live in your father's house. And don't marry until my young Shelah grows up." Judah was afraid that Shelah also would pass on like his brothers. So Tamar returned to her father's home. Oh wow! After a long time, Judah's spouse, the daughter Shua, had passed on. After Judah had gone off his son, he went to Timnah. He went to this man who kind of wool for the sheep. His friend from Adullam, went with him. Anyway, I don't know. But we all know what's going on in the Bible. But now it's getting interesting. Tomorrow learned that Judah, her father-in-law, was going to tabernacle, but he took out the wool from a sheep. So he took off her clothes to show she was a widow. Then she covered baby the bill to hide who she was. She sat down by the gate at 9. It wasn't about the Timnah. She did not because Judah's younger son had grown up, but Judah had not made plans for her to marry him. When Judah saw her, he thought she was a prostitute. He said she had covered her face with a veil. So Judah was there and said, "Let me have physical relations with you." He did not know that she was Tamar, his daughter-in-law. She asked, "What will you give me if I let you have physical relations with me?" Judah answered, "I'll send you a young goat for my flock." She answered, "That won't do. Yeah, but you gotta give her more than that, Judah." She answered, "First, give me something to keep as a deposit until you send the goat." Judah asked, "What do you want me to give you as a deposit?" "Tomorrow, give you a steel and its cord. Give you a rocket stack." Then Judah gave these things to her. Then Judah and Tamar had physical relations, and Tamar became pregnant. Tamar went home. She took off the veil that covered her face, and she put the clothes that showed she was a widow. Judah said to her, "Hurrah for the young goat." Judah turned around to find the woman and gave back its seal and the walking stick they had given her, but her brother could not find her. Hira asked some of the men at the town and I where the prostitute was here but the bros. The man answered, "There has never been a prostitute here." So he went back to Judah and said, "Oh, I could not find the woman." The man lived there said, "There's never been a prostitute here." Judah said, let her keep the things. "I don't want people to laugh at us." I said to the goat as I promised, but she could not find her. About 3 months, someone told Judah, "Tamar, your daughter-in-law, is guilty of acting like a prostitute now that she is pregnant." And Judah said, "Bring her out and let her be burned." When the men went and Tamar out, she sent a message to her father-in-law. She said, "The man who owns these things has made me pregnant. Look at this seal and this cord and this walking stick. Tell me whose they are." Judah recognized them. He said, "She's more on the right than I. She did this because I did not give her to my son Shelah as I promised." And Judah did not have physical relations with her again. In time came for Tamar to give birth. They were twins in his body. As he was giving birth, one baby put his hand out. The nurse tied a red string on his hand. She said, "This baby came out first." But he pulled his hand back in, so the other baby was born first. The nurse said, "So you are able to break out first." And they named him Perez. And the baby with the red string on the hand was born. They named him Sarah. All the Genesis 39. Now Joseph had been taken down to Egypt. An Egyptian named Potiphar was an officer to the king of Egypt. He was the captain of the palace guard, and he bought Joseph from the Israelites who had brought him down there. Wow. The Lord was with Joseph, and he cared as a man, and he lived in the master, near the house of his master. He lived in the house of his master, Potiphar, the Egyptian. Potiphar saw that the Lord was with Joseph. He saw that the Lord made Joseph successful in everything he did. So Potiphar was very happy with Joseph. He allowed Joseph to be his personal servant. He put Joseph in charge of the house. Joseph was trusted of everything Potiphar had owned. So Joseph was put in charge of the house. He was put in charge of everything Potiphar owned. And the Lord blessed the people in Potiphar's house because of Joseph. And the Lord blessed everything that belonged to Potiphar, both in the house and the field. So Potiphar put Joseph in charge of everything he owned. Potiphar was not concerned about everything except the food he ate. Now Joseph was well built and handsome. At the same time, the spouse of Joseph's master began to desire Joseph. One day, she said to him, "Have physical relations with me." Joseph refused. He said to her, "My master trusts me with everything in his house. He has put me in charge of everything he owns. There's no one in his house greater than I. He has not kept me anything from you and from me except you. He has not kept anything from me except you. And that's because you are a spouse. How can I do such an evil thing? It is sin against God." The woman talked to Joseph every day, but he refused to have physical relations with her or even spend time with her. One day, Joseph went to the house to do his work as usual. He was the only man in the house at that time. His master's spouse grabbed his coat. She said to him, come and have physical relations with me." But Joseph left his coat in her hand and ran out of the house. She saw what Joseph had done. He had left his coat in her hand and had ran outside. So she called to the servants in her house, "Look, this Hebrew slave was brought here to shame us. He came and tried to have physical relations with me, but I screamed. My scream scared him and he ran away. But I left his coat with me." She kept his coat till her spouse came home. I told her the same story. She said, "This Hebrew slave that you brought here came in to shame me. When he came near me, I screamed. He ran away, but he left his coat." When Joseph's master heard what his spouse said Joseph had done, oh boy, oh boy, you didn't like that. Potiphar arrested Joseph and put him behind bars. The prison was where the king's prisoners were put, and Joseph stayed there in the prison. But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him kindness. The Lord called the prisoners wanted to like Joseph, the prison, and then chose Joseph to take care of all the prisoners. He was responsible for whatever was done in the prison. The warden paid no attention to anything that was in Joseph's care. This was because the Lord was with Joseph. The Lord made Joseph successful in everything he did. Last but not least, Genesis 40. After those things happened, two of the king's officers to please the king. These officers were the men who served wine to the king and the king's baker. The king became angry with his officer who served wine to his baker, so he put them in the prison of the capital of the captain of the guard. There was a prison but just kept. The captain of the guard put the two prisoners in Joseph's care. They stayed in the prison for some time. One night, both the king's officer who served them and the baker had a dream. Each had his own dream with his own meaning. He saw that they were worried. When Joseph came to them the next morning, he saw that they were worried. Joseph asked the king's officers who were with him, "Why do you look so unhappy today? Why do you look so happy today? I wonder why." The man answered, we both had dreams last night, but no one can explain the meaning of them to us. 2 minutes after, we both had drinks last night. But no one can explain the man that to us. Joseph said to them, God's the only one who can explain the meaning of dreams. So tell me your dreams. So the man who served the wine to the king told Joseph his dream. He said, I dreamed I saw a vine. In the vine there were 3 branches. I watched the branches by the blossom, and the grapes ripened. I was holding the king's cup. So I took the grapes and squeezed the juice into the cup and gave it to the king. But Joseph said, I will explain the dream to you. The 3 branches stand for 3 days. For the end of 3 days, the king will free you. He will allow you to return to your work. You will serve the king his wine, just as you did before. But when you are free, remember me. Be kind to me. Tell the king about me so that I can get out of this prison. I was taken by force from the land of Hebrews, and I did nothing here to deserve being put in prison. The baker saw that Joseph's explanation was good, and the dream was good. So he said to Joseph, I also had a dream. I dreamed there were 3 bread baskets on my head. In the top basket, there were all kinds of big food for the king. But the birds would eat this food out of the basket on my head. Joseph answered, I will tell you what the dream means. The dream basket stand for 3 days before the end of 3 days, the king might just cut off your head. He will hang it behind the pole, and the birds will eat your flesh. 3 days later, it was the king's birthday, so he gave the feast to all his officers. And by his officers, he let the chief officer to serve his wine, and the chief baker out of prison. The king gave his chief officer to serve wine his old position. Once again, he had put the king's cup of wine in the king's hand, but the king hanged the baker on a pole. What? I knew it was gonna happen. Everything happened just as Joseph said it would, but the officers who served wine did not remember Joseph. He forgot about him. So that was Genesis 35. That was Genesis 35 through 40. So about again, this was a quintuple chapter video to pick up for this week. Anyways, let's watch this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to press the like button, comment down below which one is next, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. So take this one. So until next time, this is Rihanna saying, see you guys in the next video. Bye.